Apparently, a decision has been made on Iran. Let's talk about it. This video is not going to be long because it's just kind of an update of what's taking place, but welcome to the Soapbox. I hope everyone is all right. My name is Jamarl Thomas. This is the Progressive Soapbox. Guys, this video is going to be relatively short, so if you see me pop up in your notifications that I am going, that is why. This is just an update. There have been reports that the United States was talking about sending 10,000 troops to the Middle East to deal with threats, these nebulous threats from Iran. That number apparently has been whittled down to 1,500. So 1,500 troops are apparently going to be sent to Iran to deal with threats to U.S. interests in the region. Now, a few weeks ago, I said that the attack that the Houthis claimed was going to be blamed on Iran, and that it didn't really matter whether Iran had anything to do with it or not. The United States and Western powers was going to look at it as if it was Iran. That is exactly what took place. That is exactly what they did. And they said that their threats, that this attack was done at the highest order, etc., etc., etc. Here's the catch. I made the point that I wasn't sure whether or not it had anything to do with Iran at all. If you are Iran, would you want to show that you can bite at a distance, that you have teeth? Maybe. By the same token, that creates somewhat of an issue when you're, it's hard to know whether or not that's more productive or not, if that makes sense, to show that you have teeth. The United States at this point is sending these troops in. Now, I would argue that these troops are being sent in for threatening reasons. Not so much because they have anything in particular, but in order to threaten. They're trying to force a deal. This is the pressure policy, this notion of squeezing a population. Do you realize tens of thousands have died in Venezuela based on those sanctions? You can imagine how many have died in Iran, seeing as they've been having flooding and everything else. That is not an act of God. Those are active policies. Those are policies that we have taken. They are ramping up for a war. With this many troops in, any level of provocation. But let's be very clear on this. This is not Iran. This is the other way around. They are responding to threats against their country. Threats that didn't have to be there. Threats that are somewhat unilateral. And we are saying that the very act of them potentially looking like they're defending themselves is enough of a provocation for us to punch them in the nose. Especially with somebody like John Bolton at the hand. Long and short of it, we're sending apparently 1,500 troops to this region of the world and somewhere in the Middle East. It's unclear whether Iraq are going to allow the United States troops to stay in the country if they're looking like they're going to attack Iran, but we will see. So stay tuned. I'll see you soon. Thanks all.